Hey, there are some benefits to being in a dungeon. No rent for one, but no rain, a lot of rats who won't go hungry, and if you get invaded by a bunch of stone pale ghouls, then you're completely safe. Guess my luck's finally turning, but hey, I know what you're here for. You want to hear about the latest episode of Perils and Possibilities. But first, a quick recap. Our party is... Okay, that does get a bit annoying. Our party is Gwyn Valentine IV, Philip Clydesdale, Draenog Briarheart, Dagala, Cassian Vicendris III, and Valkyria Dori. Previously, they've been heading to Nerideath, a port town, to find Val's Fey daughter, the Dragonfly, who's being held by Arkval, Dagala's target. To get there, they've had to pass through a mining town called Baledren, but discover it's under attack by pale, long-limbed creatures made of stone called Pale Ones. They only appear when the city bells ring and only attack people that move. Val sees an old man in danger and puts himself and the party into a tough battle. It supposedly takes his life, but something unspoken happens and he rises from the dead. With all that out of the way, let's get into episode 18 of Perils and Possibilities. The episode opens with Val getting his bearings. He's disorientated, dizzy, and the green part of his hair starts to turn completely white, then doubles in length. With a spectral dagger, Cassian manages to kill the last pale one they can see, which gives them a small moment of reprieve. Unfortunately, the old man that Val tried to save has been turned to stone by a pale one, and soon his daughter comes running to try and save him. Hearing more monsters coming from the direction she came from, Draenog casts a vine trap and then tries to console her.
You're in gnomish form now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So she sees you, and there is. Just roll for me, Draenog. Roll a
weird, freaky gnome. Just abandon your family. It'll be fine.
Val tries to speak, but discovers that his voice now sounds exactly like their old friend from Ostia, Gaslow Thorn. Suddenly, loads of pale ones appear, and everyone retreats to the cart. Dagala tries to move the old man's statue, but he is simply too heavy. The woman refuses to leave her father, but Dagala forcefully grabs her and moves her away. She screams in horror as she watches the pale ones swarm her father and take horrific bites out of his stone chest. Gore and organs start to stream from the wounds, killing him.
It's like the worst feeding time at the zoo ever. Okay.
Now, that was their go.
The sight is enough to make her pass out, and Dagala passes her to Gwyn, who holds her on top of the cart. With Draenog at the helm, the cart barrels through the residential district. There are multiple pale ones and frozen people in the way, but Draenog's expert steering manages to avoid all of them except one. Not before bashing into a few walls and giving Dagala a concussion. As they ride, the bells ring again, and all the pale ones crumble in on each other, turning into dust. It's a shocking sight, but they don't stick around and ride out the city. The group stop at an old stone building. Originally, this would have been used to watch out for the Dark Lord's forces and signal for the Baledren's bells to ring. Now safe, Draenog scolds Val. He knows he made some kind of deal to come back to life and he is not happy about it. Draenog's right to be concerned. Val's getting no better and his skin has even taken a sickly green colour. In lighter news, the woman is now awake, and Dagala checks on her. Her name's Ginny, and she says to meet the demands of the Wolf of Elysium, Baledren had to start mining where they've never mined before, which is where the Pale Ones came from. Gwyn goes to check on Val and finds him puking up black sludge, his voice now taking on the tone of Mayfair, the child trafficker they killed previously. Val refuses to look at Gwyn, and even asks him to make a mask to hide himself, his face now looking so horrific that it even has a mechanical effect on the game. Well, that is disturbing. Hopefully Gwyn can find some comfort in Philip. Good old Philip. Well, actually, he's cut off his arm and has put it on a piece of firewood. Gwyn and Draenog try to get to the bottom of why exactly Philip cut off his own arm, but he doesn't say anything, except for the fact he's going to get some more kindling and walks to a distant forest. Gwyn tries to grab Philip's arm, but it's not there anymore. What's stranger is that he can hear Philip's voice, asking where everyone is. And what's worse, it's coming from a piece of wood. And that is where the episode ends. Well, that's everything. Thanks for listening. I guess I'll be down here where it's safe. Safe and, happy, I guess. Safe and in this place of luxury.